New South Wales at Penrith Games. And it all comes to a head in September in South Australia at the Northern Districts Darts Association. This is a true national tour. Raymond Smith, Tim Pusey, Joe Camito, James Bailey,
Let's go. I was born to kill it. I was meant to win. I am down and willing, so I will find a way.
Gordon Mathers, Robbie Kim, Brando Weenie, Bailey Marsh, Dave Marley, Blake Hatchett, and Mel Cummings. Elite talent, national stages, relentless competition. Silver Sands Tavern hosts the first 4 events of the tour with a massive $23,000 prize money across the weekend. Prize money for each event on the weekend is $1,600 for the winner, $800 for runner-up. Semi-finalists get $400 each. Last 8 get $200 each. Last 16, $100, and last 32, $50 each. And the incentives are next level. Finish #1 on the tour rankings and earn the golden ticket to the biggest darts competition on the planet, the PDC World Championships. Up to 7 places in the Australian Masters, plus a spot in the New Zealand Masters. Up to 6 places in the ANZ Premier League. And for the top 8 ranked players at the season's end, paid Q School Invitational valued at $1,000 each. Those same top 8 players will also be invited to compete in the preliminary rounds of the Winmore World Masters. And if that wasn't enough, the ADA are offering up 3 places to the PDC World Youth Championships. All the action will be streamed live on PDC TV, YouTube and Facebook by Australia's #1 streaming team, Dartstream Live. Special thanks to our valued sponsors. Bailey's Carpentry Services. Mining Electrical Solutions.
And we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to the man himself, Mr. Adam Leek. How are you, Adam?
Good, mate. It's good to make my my debut on the DSL, talking-wise.
Yeah. Well, for those of you who might not exactly be aware, Adam Leek is he is an Australian darts player. He's played in plenty of different events around the country from South Australia, so been pretty dominant in the local events down in South Australia, and then, traveling to the Australian Darts Association, who we're in this studio at the moment, and you ended up going across to the UK. And, we'll go through in a bit more detail soon, but the short part of it is basically you are the newest Australian professional darts player, PDC Tour card holder, as of January this year. So massive congrats and welcome. Great to have you along.
Oh, it's great. It's great to be here. Honestly, this is amazing to me. So I'm enjoying it. It's been amazing.
Yeah, well, I know you've had a pretty busy journey, so it was the second week of January that you played in PDC's Q School. You had a grueling few days of competition, and I watched your interview as soon as you got the card. It was a great interview. You were very shocked, and I'm sure that the events that followed has been very busy in organising visas and places to live and all that kind of thing. Tell us a bit about how the last few weeks have been for you.
Oh, my whole life's just changed. I mean, I've gone from, no one knowing me to now a lot of people knowing me and a lot of people trying to get my attention. And it's just been, crazy, honestly. I'm I've come back home and I haven't had much time to myself. You know, it's just been trying to catch up with people, work out visas, work out where I'm going to live, and just trying to cram it in as quickly as possible. So it's just, yeah, I haven't stopped.
Yeah.
Hey, Adam, I've got a question for you. I know, and look, I'm sure plenty of you fans out there have got questions as well. Feel free to whack them in the comments, and we've got his captive attention. He's ours for the for foreseeable future. So if you got any questions for Adam, hit us up in the comments. But Adam, I do. You said that you were really shocked to get the tour card, but obviously you make the trip and you spend the money to enter the competition. You must have thought you were half a chance. How did you rate yourself amongst that group of players?
Oh, well, to be fair, I didn't have any fear. Honestly, like, if I'm being honest, it felt like just going into a room with like the ADA. Like, just felt nothing to me. It just didn't feel any different to that, and I just treated it the exact same. Just try to have fun and enjoy it. I knew, look, to be honest, I knew I was good enough to get the tour card. It was just, I thought, you know, I didn't have really anything in place, and I was, you know, I thought maybe next year would be the year for me. But yeah, and that's why I went to the UK Q school as well, because I thought, you know what, if I can get through it this year, and do it in the harder Q school, in my opinion, then I'll be ready to be on the pro tour. So that was my thought process for going to doing it in the UK.
Yeah, yep, good answer. But so that leads us into the next bit. And I'm sorry cutting you off here, Declan, but you did mention you've got to find somewhere to live and all that. What's the plan? What are you doing?
Probably just gonna stay on some couches. I think I'll be couch surfing for a little bit. But I'm looking at places in Milton Keynes at the moment. So I think, you know, in the next few weeks, we'll be able to sort that out. But I'll just be couch surfing for, you know, for a few weeks until I get that all sorted out.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, look, and I suppose you're not the first Aussie to move over there and do it, and obviously you've got a lot of connections over there now after your few months over there. So it's great to have that kind of support network to be able to, rely on some couch surfing and whatnot. It certainly makes it a bit easier. I want to take a little bit of a step back and talk a little bit about sort of, I guess, your journey. So obviously, you and I have had many chats about sort of your introduction into darts and whatnot. But basically within the last few years, sort of met you at some of the ADC events that were around, and you came to all of the ADA events last year, and you brought us this magic moment here.
I remember this one.
A couple of triples here. There's one.
Oh,
There's
look.
two.
Oh,
There's
the old
three and
look away
third.
180. Boom.
The no look 180. Cheeky
rigged.
little man.
And look, obviously you are a very skilled, capable dart player, and but you also have that bit of charisma about you. Sort of what brought on, I guess, the want to be that little bit of a cheeky little man, as Mr. Brock said in the commentary box.
I think for me, because I used to take it a little bit too serious and put too much pressure on myself. I think, and I played a local Tuesday night comp back home, and I just had fun that whole night. I think for me, it just loosens me up, and I just try and enjoy the game now. And I don't put any pressure on myself. I have no expectations. I just go in and have fun and just, you know, remember why I got into darts to start with, you know, just enjoying it, having fun. So that's my mindset now. No matter what game I play, I just have fun with it, and whatever happens, happens. You can't change it. You can't always play your best. So it's just enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great way to be, you know. You've got to be able to have a bit of fun with it and relax, because the way that you play your natural game is to relax, right?
Yeah, definitely. And you know, I think it's just the only way to play for me. I mean, I've just had to learn how, like, mentally how to get it right for me, and that's just been the key for me.
Yeah. Well, look, I guess from the journey from local tournaments, you ended up coming up in September to Brisbane at Carroll Park Darts Club. You played the qualifier for the ADC Global Championship, which shout out to my old man, James Bailey, putting that qualifier on. But you had some great performances across that weekend, and originally it was just the one spot, but because you were dead even with Brandon Weaning, who, both of you had great performances that weekend. You ended up getting an invitation as well to the ADC Global Championship, and well, they loved you. They made you the player to watch in your group, and did a whole little spotlight for you before you kicked off in December. So, yeah, how was that experience in terms of you getting over there to the UK, and it's your first time being over there and playing?
I mean, the flight was long. That was painful. Even with the extra leg room, that was a struggle. But I mean, coming back home, it was a bit better. But I mean, it was crazy to think, that's the first tournament I've won outside of SA. I mean, 6 months ago, I hadn't even won, any tournaments in SA or anything like that. So it's all come along so quickly. And then to get to, over there and to playing, absolutely professional. They are so professional over there. Like, the Modus is absolutely brilliant. It's a shame I'll never get to go back on there. Well, hopefully never. But they're brilliant. And I don't know. I literally just treated it just like I would be playing on DSL. I mean, there was no crowd there for me, so it just felt like I was just playing on DSL. To be fair.
That's. I mean, a lot of doors have opened for you, as you said. So you, for fans out there that wonder what Adam's talking about. So just talk us through this journey. You've won through this qualifier. You've gone over to England to play on that. Then you don't know what's happening from there. How did it come about? So you ended up on the Modus Live Lounge. We've seen you on telly. We know that happened, but that's a whole different organisation, a whole different kettle of fish. And was the plan always to stay there and go to Q School from the ADC Global?
Yeah, well, as soon as I qualified for it, that was the plan. And then, shout out to Brandon Weaning. I mean, he ended up staying with Simon Whitlock, so he gave me his accommodation that he obtained from outright winning the qualifier. And so that allowed me to stay at the Motors House until the 4th of January. So literally, then when I knew that, I was like, well, I might as well do Q School. The plan was still to do Q School anyway, but that definitely, helps. Probably, to be fair, I probably wouldn't have had enough money to stay there. So that was a big help. Thanks to Brando for that.
Speaking of money, there is a GoFundMe to help Adam Leek out. I've whacked it in the comments, both Facebook and YouTube. Wherever you're watching, you can just hit that link, and why not give him a few bucks, help him get going. This is one of our Aussie, one of the very few Aussies to ever get a PDC Tour card. So we've got the Wizard, obviously the first one, Kyle Anderson, Damon Headed, GG, and you're the next on the list. That's it, isn't it?
Corey Cabby.
Yeah,
Corey Cabby. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about Corey. Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, no, that's in itself is just crazy to think to me. Like, I'm one of 5, is it 5 or 6? And it blows my mind.
Yeah, well, in the vein of kind of support and whatnot, you are back home. You're sort of settling all your affairs, getting everything organised for a full move over to the UK. But a few of the locals from the SDL on Friday night put on a pretty big night of entertainment, a fundraiser, and exhibition night for you. How was that?
It was unreal, honestly. Like, everyone was. Everyone who supported me, to get over there, and it's just the STL is an unbelievable darts club. Honestly, it's like a family. I mean, that's where I started playing my darts, and the whole night was unreal. Like, they're doing fundraisers. I was playing against people I've played with, ever since I started playing darts, and your old man came down as well, which was that was surprising. I couldn't believe that. And that was the best surprise I could have gotten, because without him, none of this would have been possible. So yeah, I owe a lot to James, and yeah.
Yeah, well, look, speaking of my old man going down there, he snapped up a few videos of the night. We'll have a quick squeeze now.
Nice to finally be back home, and can't wait to see you guys soon.
And a bit of a look around the room. Such a great turnout there at the SDL. So good to see so many people there. in support of you, and a bit of a look around. The Leek Army, the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, so many people turned out to check out a night with you, Adam. It's pretty cool to see the amount of support that's getting behind you.
Oh, definitely. It was very overwhelming. I mean, I didn't expect that sort of turnout. I mean, when I got my tour card, I knew it'd go off a little bit, but as much as it has, I didn't think it would go off like it has. And the support's been very overwhelming, and without it, I probably, I wouldn't have been able to do what I did as well, because, here's a story. So people put up the GoFundMe for me, and I had to pay for my visa just before I come home. And after I paid for everything with my visa and that, I had $200 left to my name.
Wow.
So yeah, I was getting quite thin there. So yeah.
Yeah, and there's some of us out there that can spend $200 in the airport after we get off a flight before we even jump in the car to go home. So,
yeah, it's easy to do.
Well, I guess sort of on that. So yeah, you've come home, you've got a visa sorted, you've got a bit of a plan for where you're going to be staying and whatnot. What's left on the to-do list before you go? And I guess what's the plan when you do get over there?
So I've got to book a flight, so I'm going to do that probably after this interview. But apart from that, just seeing family and friends and that, and just saying my final goodbyes until I probably come back maybe January next year, or I'll be here in Wollongong. But apart from that, I probably won't be back till next year.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of players. Well, obviously we're talking about PDC Tour Card, like everybody knows what it is. For those out there that you don't know, it's the top 128 players in the world get a tour card. Is that right, Declan? 164. 128. Yeah. And that allows you to play in all the professional competitions, play for the big money. But it also excludes you from playing in other minor things where you could pick up a few bucks on the side. Is that right? What's the stuff that you're not allowed to now compete in as a professional player?
That's a good question. I don't even know the answer to, really. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if I can play in the ADC stuff over there at all. I'm assuming not. But then I have seen like Richie Edhouse play a few of them, so I think maybe I can. It just depends on, I don't know.
I think it's basically like a restriction on, I guess, like TV or airtime, basically, is the thing.
Yeah.
So things like, if you were to play the ADC and qualify for things like being on Modus and whatnot, that would be limited.
Yes.
But you're allowed to go and play, local tournaments. So Simon Whitlock, in his time as a tour card holder, was still winning the Portsmouth Dart League, as he's done many times, and things like that. So you still can play some pub stuff, but it's pretty limited as far as what you're allowed to do, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming. Yeah, I think it's just stuff that's affiliated with other probably corporations and stuff. So I'm not sure exactly. I guess I'll work that out. But yeah, I'll play as much as I can. Though. I'll be trying to play as much local stuff as I can, just to keep me sharp.
Got a comment from Brett Kenny in the comments there on Facebook. Says, got to be excited to play the World Cup. Now, that's something that sort of popped up out of the blue that I didn't even think about. I was doing the promo for the Australian Darts Association. That you can see them at the front of the desk down there, the biggest and best thing to happen to Australian darts in the last year or so. And I was thinking, oh, yeah, we've got a place up for grabs for the World Cup. That goes automatically to you now, as you and Damo are the only two Australian tour cards. Is that correct?
I haven't had confirmation from the PDC yet, but I'm assuming. I think that's the criteria for it. That's what, as I believe. So fingers crossed. But yeah, that's exciting. I can't wait to. If that is the case, I can't wait to get up there with Damo and have a bit of fun and see how far we can take it.
That's definitely one thing that we took out of your games on the live stream at the ADA events, and you did sort of get a fair bit of stream time, and you're a fair bit of a crowd favourite, got to say that. The whole look away leak thing got a bit of wings and all that, but you went about it with I don't want to say you're blasé, but you're pretty relaxed about the whole situation, considering what was potentially at stake.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just my new mindset now. I've just decided to just enjoy it. I mean, I'm not putting pressure on myself anymore. And if you think about it, you know, when I went to Q school, I've seen a lot of these guys, you know, getting so frustrated and like, you can see how much pressure was on their shoulders and that. And they live over there. So for me to come over there and, you know, pretty much use all my money to come over there, that's pressure in my mind. But I mean, I just, like I said, that's been my new mindset. I've just gone over there and just tried to enjoy it with not too many expectations. And I think that's the best way to think about it. Just enjoy the game and try not to put the pressure on you.
Hey, Deck, are you getting the same audio I'm getting?
Yeah, I think it might be a little bit with your internet there, Leaky. You might be playing up a bit.
I wonder if it's worth joining another call, or are you on Wi-Fi or on data, Adam? Oh, lost you altogether now. He switched something over, so he'll probably come back in a second. But yeah, apologies for that audio there. He's going to switch it to something else and jump back in, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Jump back in, it's the same.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, it's still, we've got you back. It's still pretty bad there, Leaky. Not sure why. Like, it's been pretty good from the start, and now it's just starting to play up. Not sure what the go is.
Do you want to just hang up and try another call? Sometimes that'll do it. Can you hear me, Adam? Yep. Do you want to just? Yep, that's it. He's doing it. Give it another go. Sometimes it's just we used to call it a bad line in the old days, and it used to be a bad bit of copper, and you jump on and you get another bit of copper and you'd be fine. I don't know what it is these days, but it's a bad bit of air, going through some thick air. G'day to Bill Aiken, who says, "What the fuck going on with the audio?" I agree, Bill. No, cool. We've got to get that better. So we'll have another go. Give Adam a chance to jump in and out.
Yeah, well, while we've got a little bit of an intermission, I suppose, it's a good opportunity to get your comments in. Any questions you want to ask or whatnot on YouTube or Facebook. Whoa, we've got a close-up of his face. We'll...
He's just eyeball on the phone, getting the settings right.
Well, I might get rid of his picture for a sec till he gets it all set back up. We'll
chuck the overlay on and we'll work it out then if you want.
That's all right. We'll just do that, and we'll wait for him to come back in. But well, it's great to hear from him. Obviously, very busy, and we're very appreciative of Adam taking some time out of his busy schedule before he does head back over. I know he's been absolutely flat out with all the responsibilities of moving his life over to another country.
Absolutely. Well, that's the reality of it. Is you got to quit your job for a start, because as a professional dart player, if you're playing in England, you can't be flying back to Australia to try and work. It's not really going to work, is it? The tour is a bit too crowded for that these days. Find a place to live, take all your stuff over there, work out how you're going to get from A to B. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, got to get a car, get a license, or get a bloody train ticket, or find out how to navigate the tube and all that sort of stuff. And couch surfing it's all good and well, but how many mates have you got in a country that's on the other side of the world? A few people that you probably know a little bit, but it's not it's not like the. Here he is.
I think we've got him back. Welcome back, Adam.
We've got no audio now.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Looks like your mic might be muted, is it? Just double check that's on. Hello.
Hello? No.
Tristan says, "Are we looking forward to round 1 of ADA?" Hell yeah. It's at Silver Sands Tavern, Tristan, as you know, my little home ground.
Yeah.
And not that I'm playing in it, but I feel like I've got a home ground advantage on the streaming at least. Still haven't got yet, Adam. At least it's not breaking up.
Yeah.
Should be able to just tap the mic button and it might give you some options on a mic there. Whether you use the phone one or something else.
You should have a little pop-up, I think. I hope.
Dylan Murphy's got some questions. Can you ask him what weight his darts are and what flights he's using? What's his pre-game before a long day of darts so he can perform at such a good standard? So they're good questions, mate. We'll once we've got Adam back.
Why is it doing this?
Oh, we've got you, mate.
We got you.
Perfect. Perfectly.
I was about to lose it then. That was lucky.
Hey, lucky you chose your words carefully, mate. No,
Yeah.
but,
Sorry,
well,
boys.
welcome back, Adam. No, don't apologise, mate. These things happen. At least we got you back.
So a couple of questions straight at you. I'm not sure if you heard that or not. Dylan Murphy says, can you guys ask what weight Adam's darts are and what flights are you using?
26-gram target bow lights. I think they're the O2 versions. And I use Robson flights.
Righto. And what's your pre-game before a long day of darts so you can perform at such a good standard? He's ass kissing and asking questions at the same time. I love it. That's he's learnt this all off me.
My pre-game before I go to darts.
Yeah.
I have a good meal in the morning and then get to darts a few hours early, have a good warm-up. For me, I need to get the warm-up going. That's key for me. I mean, I can't just go there and just play straight away. It takes me a while to get my arm going. So for me, yeah, I need to get there a few hours early and just keep throwing throughout the whole day. And I can't stop once I get going.
Yep. Tristan Porter says, looking forward to having you back in SA in September. What's September?
Unless he's talking to us, because we were talking to him about ADA.
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but this obviously you can't give yourself a crack into the PDC World Championships by coming back and playing all the ADA events either, can you? That's not going to work for you.
Nah, that won't work at all. So I have to do well on the Pro Tour.
Yeah, I think that there is a technical rule that I think it's outside of the top 96 or 64 in the world. A player with a tour card can come back and compete in their local tour, but obviously financially it's a blocker. But Hope's played in a few DPNZ last year, and then there's I know there's Americans, Canadians that still go back and play in the CDC events. But I think the ruling is something along the lines of outside the top 64, you can have another go at getting to the Worlds through your local tour.
I wonder if you were having a shit run over there, so things weren't working out. If you could get an invitational to come back and play in the ANZ Premier League, and then perhaps get a crack at the Worlds that way, would that? It almost seems like it's kind of easier to not get a crack at the Worlds without having a tour card for an Aussie.
Yeah, probably. To be fair, I mean, I don't know how it works. I think I read something. I don't know if this is right or not, but I think the top 40 in the world automatically get a spot, and then I think there's something to do with like the Pro Tour. I think it's like top 40 on the Pro Tour get a spot as well. I'm not. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's the case. I'm not sure.
No, you definitely do sound like you're making it up as you go along, but that's fine. As we're on DSL, mate. That's what we do here. James just said to check your messages, Deep.
Yeah, well, on that, so the official PDC ruling, players shall be selected from their world ranking. Should a nation which operates as part of a PDC affiliate tour not have two players on the world rankings, places would be selected from the affiliate tour ranking. So if you're on the world rankings, which assumes you earn any amount of prize money between now and the World Cup cutoff date, you're in the World Cup.
Oh, so we're talking about World Cup. Yeah, got
yes.
Yeah.
Rewind. Yep.
Yeah, I've heard
cool.
someone was telling me about that, so just got to make sure I win a game.
Yeah.
I've got loads of questions. Open it up to the fans out there. Hit us up on message on Facebook or YouTube. Put it in the comments there, and we'll happy to ask them. Yep. One thing that I want to know: would you prefer to play the floor events or the stage events? Where do you think you're going to have your better success?
I think stage, because I feel like my focus will be a bit better. I feel like, when I would play on DSL or when I was playing on the Modus and that, I feel like my concentration, my focus is a bit more because it's like for me, it's like, you know, people are watching you. You can't play bad darts now. This is, I don't know, something in my head. It switches me on a bit more. So I think I'll play better when I'm under the spotlight.
Yep. No, I agree, and I wasn't a rhetorical question. I did really genuinely want to know, but I did feel that as well. I felt like put Adam on the stream, he's going to turn it on, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably why he got more than your fair share of stream time, is because they know that, you know, you are a big game player, and that stands you in really well stead to go and play. Because look, there's bugger all separating the players at that top level. There's they're all so good. All those guys that have paid $1,000 to go and get themselves a tour card wouldn't have done it unless they knew they could throw darts, you know. Well, there's some mugs, but apart from that, most of them. And so you know every game's going to be a challenge. So you got to find what a point of difference. It's got to be what's got to set you apart is that ability when you're up there in the moment and the pressure's on to go double or hit a bullseye, do that special thing when you have to do it. And you definitely teased us, in fact, with your special things that you can do in the big moments. We loved it.
Yeah, I think it held me in good stead in Q school as well, to be fair. Cause like, I mean, there was a few games where I was down like 3-1, 4-1, and like, they were just dropping ahead and they're still being negative, and I'm the one behind. So I was just thinking, you know, put a bit of pressure on them, and I can claw my way back into it, and that's what I did. You know, I found myself in like a few times in that sort of situation. I just managed to put them under pressure and claw my way back, and they kind of beat themselves, really.
I want to look a little bit upon last year. So obviously last year there was the launch of the ADA. You attended all 3 weekends, 12 events, and you had some pretty good performances. You found yourself, I think at the end of the season, you were in the top 10 of the rankings, and you were right there. You had so many good averages, but didn't win an event. But yeah, certainly gave a lot of those higher up in the rankings a scare. How did you find that tour for developing you as a player?
It was. I think that's the catalyst for me. I think that's where it. You know, like I said, 6 months ago I hadn't won a tournament, so I think it was just building up to that sort of point. And I remember. Sorry, Mao, if you're watching. I remember beating Mao 6-0 in one of the first ADAs. I think it was at the Pine Rivers, and when I beat him in that game, I think that was the start of it, really. I think that's where I was like, all right, well, if I can beat someone of Mao's caliber like that, I think I can. It just gave me a lot of belief, like what I already knew, but I actually did it in a tournament. So from then, it just, I just kicked on, really. And I know I didn't win a tournament, but I was putting in consistent performances, and I've just kept growing and growing and growing, and my trajectory just kept going up and up. And I think that's why I've done so well in the UK as well.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. You definitely had the glimpses of some really great moments, and I, for one, like sort of watching you throughout that year, I was like, you really showed. I believe that you have the ability to really make it, and I'm so glad it's come together for you over there.
I appreciate that, mate. It means a lot coming from you.
Yeah, me too.
Not so much you, bet. Nah.
Well, so a bit of a glimpse. Obviously, you'll have a little bit of an idea, but you haven't really mapped out what your plan is for the next couple of months. But sort of, as in, I'll say what I understand the next few months to look like for you. You're going to head back over, and there'll be some PDC Players Championships in early Feb. And then I believe it's towards the end of Feb is the UK Open, which is, I believe, 128 player field, and they have amateur qualifiers and whatnot. But there's also tour card holder qualifiers that you'll be going along to and really pushing to try and get in there, because that's the first chance really you have to get into a big TV tournament on the PDC calendar.
Yeah,
and
exactly,
so that'll be huge to get into.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the goal. I mean, if I can qualify for something like that, and that'd be a good catalyst for my year. That'll get.
Oh, we've lost the audio again, Adam. It's gone funky again.
I wonder what fixed it last time. Definitely hanging up and restarting, eh? Yeah, we've lost him. So give it another go, eh? Do the old hang up restart. Is another question there from Dylan Murphy. The actual practice routine, rather than what he was chasing for the pre-game routine that he questioned before, was not what do you do in the morning, not what you have for breakfast, but what's your actual practice routine? You rock up and you hit the board, or what do you do? Or is the practice routine, you mean at home, Dylan Murphy? You mean what do you do to better your game? Is that what you're talking about? Let us know.
Well, there's also a comment there from Josh Mathers. How much time a day do you practice? So I guess it all kind of ties in, so we can kind of make it a two-parter. What's your practice like at home, and then what's it like? I think we might have him back. Are you there, Adam? We can see you, not hear you again. No. Sorry about this, folks. I
want to say it's all Adam Leek's fault. It's not Declan Bailey's. So, yeah.
No, I'll take responsibility. I don't usually drive these sessions. Ben does, and anyway,
mate, it's been so relaxing to just be able to walk in, turn the mic on, and say hello, look at a few comments, and chat to the fans. Will Stewart says hello from the States, gents. Hope you're well. G'day, Will. Good to have you along.
Will's USA Darts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
We were talking a little bit about the CDC and how you have players that sort of float between the PDC Pro Tour and back over to the CDC events. And now that Adam is a professional, we're sort of talking about, the fact that that's an option. Have we got you now, Adam? No.
Just tap on your mic again. Did that? I think that worked last time when you. Was that what we did to get you back in last time?
I did send this thing. I'll try that again.
Yeah, just give that a go because I think that might be what it is. Brando reckons he's on Macca's Wi-Fi. Matt Williams says, terrible internet in Morphett Vale. You're right. I've been there. It is. South Australia is a little patchy for internet.
No. We'll give him the privacy of not staring at his face as he tries to troubleshoot the tech issues.
Yeah. Oh, we've all done it.
Yeah.
Usually when I'm doing it, it's like.
Well, you did drop a glass while trying to solve tech issues on Friday night. And your reaction was not great.
It was not good. I think I might have let the F-bomb slip. A couple more, but I have my phone plugged in on the charger. Bailey Marshall's here, and I'm working around stuff, and I thought I needed to grab my phone to check something or sort something or whatever. And I grabbed my phone, pulled it off the bench. It was I had a big pint glass, one of these things that we call them a pint glass over here, sitting there, and it dragged it off the table. It was full drink, ice, smashed, and it was just like, oh, this is bad. As a result, we were mopping the floor at midnight on a Friday night. Yeah. Kathy got up and she goes, I bet the floor is going to be all sticky. I was like, no, nothing happened. As it turns out, it was all
good. We can see you. Oh, I can see you, Adam, and still can't hear you. Let me try my side thingo again. Request.
Will Smith suggested VMix. It's not that. It's the it's actually his internet that we've got an issue with. Which sort of doesn't make sense getting the vision in and not the audio, because the audio is the cheap bit as far as data goes. Brando says Ben looks thirsty for a beer. Fuck yes. I actually I drank the fridge dry for Friday night, so been on the straight and narrow. But
just speaking of straight and narrow, I think we should, given the room we're inside, Ben, keep the straight and narrow.
Yeah, fair enough. Yep.
Yeah. he's dropped off once again. Hopefully this comes back soon. But,
We could try
yeah.
just a messenger call there, a little more lightweight.
yeah, could do.
I think I heard him clear his throat. Was that you?
that was me.
Oh.
Sorry. But yeah, as far as, well, I guess I'm going to then continue sort of talking through the next few months of his year. We've kind of covered February and the UK Open, and then sort of I'll look towards, I guess, the rest of what happens between now and Wollongong. Oh! I can hear
We can
something.
hear you. Got ya.
Hey.
He's back.
Yeah, my internet shit.
Well,
Oh,
with your picture's gone a bit funky, but as long as we can hear.
I'd rather hear him than see him, to
Yeah.
be honest. Like, not saying nothing against your nose, Adam, but the audio is what the fans need.
Yeah.
you can hear
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
Good.
Yep, got you.
Yeah, cool. Sorry, guys.
That's
All
all
right,
right.
it
No
stays
stress.
now.
Yeah, yep. Fingers crossed. We'll continue the train of thought we're going down. So obviously, yeah, February is a couple of PDC Players Championships and UK Open, and then sort of as the year goes on, there's things like the European Tour, which is kind of regarded as that's really where you're able to make your break. You know, you can earn £15,000 by winning a Players Championships, which Damo has done a lot, but it's the European Tours where I believe it's 8 tour card holders per Euro Tour weekend get invited along with the top 16. You earn your place there, and that's really where you've got the chance to make, sort of tens of thousands of pounds on the rankings and push to be in the top of the Pro Tour rankings, which is where you get spots in things like, World Match Play. Obviously is a difficult one to get to, but, World Championship and all those big majors is what you're going to be pushing for. But yeah, it's really grinding out those European tours and Players Championships is what the next few months look like for you.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's going to be, I'm going to be knuckling down trying to qualify for. I know my first event's in Hildesheim, Germany, on February the 9th. So I've got championship.
No, sorry, the mic's gone again. I'll see if there's a button that I can hit to try and do anything.
Maybe try just turning your video off and just see if your audio comes through. See what happens there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Talk to us.
Yep. Yo.
Unhit the button you hit, Declan, because
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
doing doubles.
Oh, no, because the button I hit is what was making him crackly.
Oh.
Speak for us, Adam.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So that's not at his end. Turns out it's not your fault, Adam.
It is his anyway. It's not Adam's fault. No. Can we hear you now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You are very quiet. Oh, lost him. It's a shame that all this is going on. Hopefully we're able to continue again soon, or I guess, I don't know. Maybe we are getting towards the point where we have to let Adam go, get on with all the things he's got to do. I don't know. Does anybody else have any other questions for?
Well, we do have a few. Joshua Mathers says, don't pick on people's noses, Benny. And I've been trying this whole time not to even pick my own nose, to be honest. Dylan Murphy says, can you ask him when he's playing so much darts, does he do any particular practice exercise to prevent his arm and body from getting sore? We did have those other questions earlier from Dylan, so don't know if we're going to get an answer to those, or I'd be tempted to, if I was you, just to bring him back in on Messenger Deck.
It's just a matter of how easy it is to
just make the output our output. The WC virtual.
No. I'm just thinking through the.
Okay.
I've
Right,
got it
I don't
set
wanna
up in a way
confuse you.
that's not going to work.
Oh, okay. Yep.
I'll try. I'm just not 100% sure it's going to work.
Is he coming in the same way as us?
Yeah.
So we're both cool, but
hang on.
well, bear with us, ladies and gentlemen, while we just have a bit of a play around, see if we can work some things out, and maybe we'll get Adam back shortly. Who knows? In the meantime, talk amongst ourselves. Hit us up with any questions. I'll see what I can answer for you. How about that? Might have to make a bit up as we go along, but it's not like I've never done that before, is it? John Kiley's like, give us a song, Benno. Well, Declan knows. We're in the Australian Data Association commentary booth. I don't think any of my songs are going to be appropriate for this this studio, but could make one up about Adam Leek. Adam Leek, he's got a big beak. No, come on. Hey, Declan's like, hey, not turning side on right now. No way. He doesn't actually have a big nose. He's got a big everything though. He's a pretty tall player, 6 foot, have to be 5 or 6 at least, let's say. And I think we've got to admit, one of the things that we really love about this character, Adam Leek, is his relaxed nature when he's up there at the Oki and the way he goes about the game. And it strikes fear into other players somehow, that the fact that he's so calm about the whole situation. And they're up there fairly serious and intense. And he's given that across to us in this interview, is that he's decided just not to worry about it too much. Just let's see how the darts fly and see how it goes, and try and just play his own game like that. And I know that a lot of players, you would have heard this a lot if you're a dart player, and everybody you're watching probably is. Game's not that hard. It's us that makes it hard. It's us that kind of holding ourselves back in a way. And when we just let go and let it happen, then it does happen. And we've seen that from Adam. We've seen him do those spectacular things at the right time and just play with a really relaxed attitude in moments where, like I've mentioned before, we saw him playing the Australian Data Association events, and how it was almost seemed a little too relaxed, like he wasn't taking it seriously. But here we see him, he's actually reached that pinnacle that a lot of the Aussies are aiming for, and getting that prestigious PDC Tour card and playing as a professional dart player in England. So now he's got to back up his shit, quit his job, move over there and find some digs and make a life for himself in another country. We've seen Damo do it. And Damo is probably a little more better prepared. Matt Williams says he's 6'6", so I knew he's around that mark. Gives him a good reach at the board. He's an in proportion guy, so it's sort of hard to tell unless you see him against somebody else how tall he is. But yeah, 6'6" gives him possibly a little advantage, getting a little closer to the board, perhaps. I'm not sure. I don't think it makes that much difference. You see tall players, short players, fat and skinny, mostly fat, all over the country playing darts and with varying success. Come on, help me out in the comments, guys.
Sorry, I muted my mic. He's on his way back in on a different phone. He was saying his phone is overheating and thinks that's what's causing a few of the dramas. So got another phone there and should be back with us in a moment.
Oh, good, because it's been absolutely riveting since he left.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think the beauty of this situation is that our audience is pretty much used to this from me, so no drama.
Yeah, look, as much as we try and be as professional as possible.
Testing.
Hey, got ya.
Yeah, we do have some unprofessional moments such as this one, but hey, that's it's raw, it's natural. It's what people love when things do work.
Don't stress about going sideways, mate. If we've got your audio, that's all good.
Yeah.
Oh, he's flipped it anyway.
Yep, all good. Yeah, as long as we can hear you and talk to you, mate, that's the most important thing.
Yep.
If we can talk to you.
We could. We did for a minute.
We did.
Matt says, although he looks very relaxed and has a huge amount of self-belief, and that is his strength. I think you're right. I think that's the that is the key. That's the little weapon in his arsenal that has got him the tour card. And we've seen seen players go there year in, year out. And I'm thinking specifically of my old mate Rig, Ben Robb, who's a cracking player. He can play at the highest level of the game, but has not managed to get that tour card in spite of years of having a crack at it. And it's quite an expensive undertaking. You think, you know what, if I didn't try all those times and had all that money, I'll be driving around in a flash-ass car right now. And or as Big Rig, probably a brand new digger. Who knows?
I wanted to go. Oh, hang on. I think we got him. Hello. Almost.
What?
Hello.
Yo. Yep.
Yay, we're back. Welcome back. Well, I think that the next question we had in line was basically how much time do you spend practicing, and what do you do in practice?
Oh, that's a good question. You must know. I'll probably practice for about 4.5 hours a week. I'll play actor with the old man and Dave Hill. Since I've been over there, I've just been doing it for a while.
I'm going to get you to try something for us, if you can. Turn the volume on your phone down so it's not right up loud, and see if that helps you out, mate. There's something definitely still up with it. If you just turn the output of that down so you can just hear us.
Is that better?
Sounding better. Talk to us.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, I can still hear myself.
Let me just. What if we try? Just turn your camera off and see if that lightens it up a bit. Can we hear you?
Yeah, that's still accurate.
You sound all right to us.
All right.
Talk again.
Hello.
Yeah, I think that might be better. We'll just see how we go with that.
Yep.
No.
No. Okay.
No, I don't think it's happening. Plug a headset in. Have you got a earphone, like a little earbuds or something like that you can plug in? Try that. That might do it. But we probably could have, in fairness,
I'll get some AirPods.
Oh yeah, that should
I'll be
work.
back. 1 sec.
Give it
Thanks,
a go.
mate.
See what happens. In the meantime, got any other clips of Adam we can whack off and have a look at? Or
I think we've used them all, but we
but
can
you know what I
always
would love to
redo some.
do is see the ADA promo again, because this is what's coming up at Silver Sands Tavern, 20th of February. It's sold out. Event's sold out. There's going to be a waiting list come up, I imagine, at some point. But at the moment, 128 players, 4 events, across the weekend, all sold out, and it's going to be an absolute cracker. First event in West Australia. Have a look what it's all about.
The Australian Darts Association officially launches the 2026 National Tour. The tour kicks off in Western Australia at Mandra's home of darts, the Silver Sands Tavern. Then the tour hits the road, March, in Canberra at the Labour Club. May, in Queensland at Pine Rivers Darts Club. June, in Victoria at the Melbourne Darts Club. August, New South Wales at Penrith Gardens. And it all comes to a head in September in South Australia at the Northern Districts Darts Association. This is a true national tour. Raymond Smith, Tim Pusey, Joe Camito, James Bailey,
Let's go. I was born to kill it. I was meant to win. I am down and willing, so I will find a way.
Gordon Mathers, Robbie Kim, Brando Weenie, Bailey Marsh, Dave Marley, Blake Hatchett, and Mel Cummings. Elite talent, national stages, relentless competition. Silver Sands Tavern hosts the first 4 events of the tour with a massive $23,000 prize money across the weekend. Prize money for each event on the weekend is $1,600 for the winner, $800 for runner-up. Semi-finalists get $400 each. Last 8 get $200 each. Last 16, $100, and last 32, $50 each. And the incentives are next level. Finish #1 on the tour rankings and earn the golden ticket to the biggest darts competition on the planet, the PDC World Championships. Up to 7 places in the Australian Masters, plus a spot in the New Zealand Masters. Up to 6 places in the ANZ Premier League. And for the top 8 ranked players at the season's end, paid Q-School Invitational valued at $1,000 each. Those same top 8 players will also be invited to compete in the preliminary rounds of the Winmore World Masters. And if that wasn't enough, the ADA are offering up 3 places to the PDC World Youth Championships. All the action will be streamed live on PDC TV, YouTube and Facebook by Australia's #1 streaming team, Dartstream Live. Special thanks to our valued sponsors. Bailey's Carpentry Services. Mining Electrical Solutions. Winmore, the force behind darts. Darts Connect. The Professional Darts Corporation. And Darts World Australia. One tour, one ranking system, real pathways to the world stage. The Australian Darts Association 2026 National Tour. This is where it begins. The Australian Darts Association officially launches.
And we're back. I think everything is all sorted now, and we can get back into it. So, Adam, So so we were talking about your practice routine, how often you practice, and what you do when you practice.
So really, I mean, I basically just I would practice online on Naka. Probably for a few months, I was just mainly practicing with Dave Hannell. We play best of 3 sets versus 6 legs, and we do it pretty much every. Oh, there was a point that we'd probably do it every day, from Monday to Friday, really, and then. Yeah, I mean that's what started all this as well. It was playing with him and as well as your old man as well, James. Um, that's been the best thing for my game as well. Having that rock solid practice partner that would push me. And yeah, it's been the best thing for my game as well.
I think we noticed when you were at in Queensland, Dave is from New South Wales. You're from South Australia. You both travelled up there to play, and I did notice you buddy up. I think we had a phone conversation when the two of you guys were in the back of the car together, and they're the kind of associations that you make when you get out there and play in these competitions. And unlikely pairing. Dave Hannell, quite a few years your senior, quite a few feet your junior as well. But you've paired up and found this alliance and a way to obviously there's ways to practice online and play against each other, but it's a really big thing for players to be able to play at a standard, and it's pretty helped Dave's game as well, I'd imagine.
Oh, 100%. And I've seen I think he's in for a big year this year, Dave. I think if you see what he was doing online against me and like that, we're pretty much 50-50, So I hope he can go good this year. I would love to see that from him. And it's been the best thing for my game. Practicing on your own, you can only do so much, but having that proper practice with someone else, I think that's been the biggest thing for me. And for so long I didn't have like any practice partners. I was just doing it on my own. So that's been the biggest thing for my game.
Well, I know James Bailey's got a little crew that he plays with. Declan, there's the other bull. Who else does he play with?
Well, so Adam and Dave are sort of in that rotation, as well as the big fish, Dave Marlin. So they kind of rotate playing each other.
Cool. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think it's important for because the questions getting asked. What do you do? How do you practice? How do you warm up? All those kind of things. This is what new young players that are aspiring to be the next Adam Leek want to know. Like, what do you do? Your practice routine and that. So the obviously it's rather than go around to your mate's house and play him, you're preferring to play top level players and you play them online. Do you find that the online experience versus the real in-person experience is not as challenging? Is there a difference as far as that goes for your practice?
For me, I mean, I feel like it's pretty much the same. I treat it the same. I mean, when he might beat me 2 or 3 days in a row, and it's like you want to get one back on him, and you do. And when you're playing at a high standard, you do feel the pressure. When you be able to push someone else. For me, he was pushing me like he was. There was a few days there, 3 or 4 days in a row, and he kept beating me. I was like, bloody hell, Dave! And I had to try. I'm trying to get him back, and then I kept building my game, and he's been a massive reason. For why I've gotten so good, and mentally it's just helped me a lot as well. It's just proven that how good I can play.
There's another thing about playing mates online that I want to bring up. I don't know if you've noticed it or not, but you when you're playing online as opposed to playing in a room, it's not as long between shots. You compare it to just playing by yourself at a practice board, you get every shot. When you're playing with a mate in a room, you get every second shot. When you're playing a mate online, it's kind of 1.5 because you don't have to wait for them to walk back, pull their darts out of the board and whatever. As soon as their darts have disappeared from the board, you're on it. You know what I mean? So do you think perhaps for Dave that quicker rhythm has helped his game? And do you think that maybe affects your game?
It's a good question. It is a good question, but you do. Yeah, I'd say so. And you still have those distractions because you can hear people like you hear things in the background on the phone and stuff. So occasionally, like it'd be dead quiet in my room, and then I just hear something on Dave's end. I'll hear his rooster going off or something like that. But it's good because you still have those slight distractions and that. So I think for me that's been something that I've been able to block out and not let it affect me. So that's kind of been good for it as well.
I think there's a big thing I noticed with, well, all the big players say the same thing. If you're not going to play your best darts unless you're in the right environment. It's got to be quiet. It's got to be, there's got to be a lack of distractions and all those things. But I think as a practice routine, you kind of they're going to happen. There's going to be times when you are challenged with things that do distract you, and you are going to have to pull yourself away from that and keep your focus on the board. And maybe that steals you towards that end. I don't know. Question from John Kiley. Where will you base yourself in the UK?
The plan will be Milton Keynes once I finally stop couch surfing. Probably for a few weeks. It won't be for, and then I'll have somewhere permanent in Milton Keynes. That's the plan anyway.
So when you say couch surfing, who you got in mind? Who you hitting up for a couch?
There's a few people like Carl Wilson has hit me up. I've also got one of the guys who's going to be sponsoring me. His brother-in-law has a spare room, so I could actually stay in that spare room, and they're happy to have me as long as I need to be there. So I've got that as well. And there's been multiple other people as well. So yeah, no, I'm very lucky that I've met some lovely people over there who are willing to put me up for as long as I need.
Yeah, awesome. And you alluded to it there. Obviously, someone going to be sponsoring you. No doubt when, sort of when you got your tour card and after people had been watching you in everything you've been doing over there, no doubt you were swamped with a lot of offers for sponsorship and people who want a piece of the pie getting in on the Adam Leek journey. Is there any, I don't know if there's any announced so far or any that you want to talk about, or is it all still kind of working things out behind the scenes?
So I'm going to be with Faro Points. They make points. They actually branched out now. They're making not making darts, but they're like selling darts and equipment and all that sort of stuff as well now. But I've joined them just for their points. I've also going to be linking up with J2 Aerospace, so he sells parts and all that sort of stuff to like some of the big airlines. So they're going to help me out as well. But they're the only two so far.
Okay, awesome.
There's a few in the works as well. There's going to be a few that are going to come on.
Yeah.
So I just haven't signed yet.
Shane McKinnon in the comments says, "Who's the best player in the SDL?" Only one correct answer.
That's a good question. Adrian van der Wegen.
Oh, righto. There you go. Good on you, Adrian. You've been rated by Australia's newest tour card holder, Adam Leek.
Another question from Dylan Murphy. So, sort of with these long days and long matches, is there any kind of workouts or stretches or anything like that you do to prevent sort of getting sore, physical injury, that kind of thing? I suppose you're young, but...
Not physical, nothing like that. I try and look after my diet a little bit. Don't eat anything too heavy. Like in the morning, I'll have maybe banana or some protein bars throughout the day, that sort of thing. I don't want to eat anything too heavy. Just something that can keep my energy up and keep the same levels. That's probably the only thing I've focused on a little bit.
Yep.
Keep hydrated too.
Yeah,
it's important. Absolutely, because you got to be. The thing is, you've got to be at your best at the tail end of these competitions. Like it's all good and well to come out fresh and happy, get it, bounce out of bed, and feel like $1 million, but then by the end of the day, feeling a bit, tired, like an old boy like me, and then not really playing at your best. But you've got to. I think that also managing your adrenaline. You know what I mean? Like keeping your head in the right space. Yeah. What do you do? Anything in particular there, or is that just go how you flow?
I just enjoy it. Like I said, like that's just been my biggest switch in my head. Is just enjoying it. So I don't really get too down on myself at all anymore. I think I just enjoy playing, and that I just keep it pretty simple. But the diet thing is a big thing for me. I like at the back end of tournaments, I'd let myself down a little bit, and I just would be a little fatigued, and I would feel like I just couldn't play my best, so I had to work something out there to make sure I could actually feel have that energy to be able to, still play at a decent level.
Well, we're going mango juice in the Australian Darts Association media room this morning. So thank you. That's it. Diet, man. You got to you got to do the right thing. Matt Williams says, Leaky, your dad wants to know if you'll be home for tea tonight.
No, I won't be actually. I'm going out for dinner tonight with a few mates, so you can tell him that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I hope it's their shout. Look, I hope that everybody is getting behind you. I know, look, Declan's old man James has been a real massive contributor, and it's thanks to James that you got the ticket to go over there for a start. And big supporter, and to hear that he went over to your event in South Australia was pretty. I was surprised. I heard on the grapevine that he was going to do it, and that would have been a great surprise for you, right?
Oh, mate, honestly, you couldn't have had a better surprise. I couldn't believe it. I was looking at it, I was like, what? I just could not believe he was there. And it was one of the best surprises I've ever had.
He's a big supporter of Dartstream Live. You'll see that guy there on the back. Bailey's Carpentry Services, centre of the back there. He's done a massive amount for both Declan and I, Dartstream Live, Darts in Australia in general, and players as individual players. You would not know how many players that he has reached out and supported and helped out. And look, I think he's put the dogs in the right place by getting behind you as well, and helping you on your journey in whatever way he can. And massive thanks to you, James, if you're watching. You're a bloody champion, mate. Bailey Carpentry Services, BCS.
I mean, a nicer bloke.
And he's been watching along the whole interview. He hasn't commented any questions or anything, but he's been messaging me all different bits and pieces. The World Cup rules, confirmation.
I'm surprised he hasn't walked in and jumped on your lap.
Oh, look, to be honest, the doorway to my side of the studio is pretty messy.
Righto. So Dylan Murphy's been pretty active in the this whole interview, checking it out. Obviously, a fan says, "Thanks, Adam. Your responses, mate. Can't wait to see your journey. All the best, brother." Matt Williams is in there. Shane McKinnon. Obviously, Ian Dargan from ADA's checking it out. G'day, Ian Dargan. John Kiley watching along. Joshua Mathers says, "Don't pick on people's noses, Benny," because I might have had a little shot at your nose, Leaky, and it was nothing.
I see how it is.
Yeah. But you weren't listening. You weren't there. It's like you're fair game now. So while you were away, while shit wasn't working, well, I just picked on you. But that's fun and games.
See, Josh can't say things like that. He was into my nose heaps yesterday at the darts comp we were at. He's terrible for picking on noses. Well, I want to. Obviously, we spoke a bit about how the ADA sort of developed you as a player last year and prepared you. I'm obviously going to be missing you traveling around on this year's tour. And I'm sure, when you saw all the announcements of all the everything that's on offer really this year for the ADA, you were quite excited. And then obviously, you're not going to be able to have a go. But I don't know. What's your thoughts on what the ADA is doing this year?
Mate, I think it speaks for itself, really. I mean, like, honestly, it's been the biggest thing in Australian darts, and it's just going in the right direction. I can't wait to see where it's going to be in 5 years' time, because I think, anything's possible. And everything you've put together over the last, year and a half, 2 years, it's just going to make Australian darts, go all the way up. I think in the next 5 years, you're going to see multiple Australians, get on tour. I think it's just the right way forward, and you guys have done a brilliant job.
Awesome, mate. No, thank you. And I'm just really keen to see sort of who comes through this year with so much on offer. I mean, we're going to see you in Wollongong. I'm pretty confident in saying that. It's been a historic sort of thing that whoever has a tour card from over here gets the Wollongong and New Zealand spots. But we also will have, I think, up to 6 spots at the Wollongong Australian Masters through the ADA. I'm really keen to see who is there, like, alongside you at Wollongong this year. I mean, people at home will be sort of thinking, oh, yeah, it's going to be me. Who you got your eye on?
Absolutely. Let us know in the comments. We want to know who you think. So things have changed a whole bunch, because previously these spots were through the DPA, and the DPA was mostly housed in New South Wales. So a lot of the rest of the country didn't get a crack at those spots or didn't bother to have a crack because it's too expensive to go and have a crack. But this year, it's a true national tour. It goes to South Australia, New South Wales, Western Australia, Queensland, Victoria,
And Canberra.
Canberra's not another state, but it's, the capital
ACT
territory
is
as well.
a state. Well, it's a territory, I
It's a
suppose.
territory, yeah. We're not going to mix words here, but so we are all over the eight. When I say we, they are all over the country. The ADA this year, and so it's a true national tour. We're going to see some new players. I'm sure of it. I think the first event being in WA, there could be a few WA players that think if they have a good run that weekend, may jump on the tour. There's a few notables. There's a few notables missing as well, which is I'm bitterly disappointed that Justin Miles isn't having a crack. He's throwing darts at a level that plays in our Friday. We have the Friday night comp at the Silver Sands, Adam, and it's just been going next level. We had 103 players on Friday night rock up for our comp, and crazy. Justin Miles won it, double on tops, but it's not that every player that rocks up is a top level player. It's that we've got a great field of people that just want to come and play and have a good time. It's a really good atmosphere. But there is a lot of cream there, and they all come out in that knockout round, and then we get to see some great Western Australian darts. I'm just thinking who maybe the West Aussie that really comes to the fore. And that's the thing with the ADA, different type of comp. It's not like there's kids going to be running around everywhere and music blaring and people yelling and whatever. It's it's one of those comps where it's quiet and things are more controlled, aren't they, Declan?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So everybody, if you're listening out there, you're playing at the Silver Sands, you got to behave that weekend.
Well, for those of you unaware, I'm tournament director for the ADA, and so if you're misbehaving, I'll be on to you.
Yeah, you don't want that. Don't want Declan to get onto you. So the hey, so it. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying, Adam, is that there's potentially a whole crop of new players coming through the ADA system this year, because it was sort of split between DPA, ADA at the end of last year, and there's a lot of players a lot of top level players that would play Darts Australia and not play on the pathways to the professional circuit that are potentially going to do that now. So the ADA and Darts Australia are working hand in hand to try and avoid clashes and make all that sort of stuff work, which is great for darts. It's great for players, and it's going to give, like I'm saying, there's going to be some top players that may come back to playing on that circuit.
And that's what you need. I mean, you need to work together so you can have. You have every opportunity as you can to, get over to the UK and qualify for whatever it may be, the WDF World Championship, Ali Pally, all that sort of stuff, like the motor stuff as well. But you need to work together. That's, you want to give everyone the opportunity to be able to, do the best they can in darts. So I think that's the best thing,
I don't really want to get controversial here, but can't help myself, Declan. Just cut this out if you need to. But
yeah, we're live. So
as much as we've, I don't know, I was just pretending you could do it. But the way that Darts Australia worked together with the Australian Darts Association to make that happen, wouldn't it be lovely if our Australian players that have to travel what the trip's like? It's a massive long trip. You'd have a crack at Lakeside and have a crack at the World Championships if you qualified for both. At the moment, you can't at the moment, right?
Mm. Well, I guess it's something that Raymond Smith was. It didn't end up eventuating that he had to make the choice, but it was a potential. He had qualified for Lakeside in February 2025. He was top of the ADA tour after the first weekend, and came dangerously close to qualifying for both and having to make that choice. And he also was the runner-up at the ANZ Premier League, which was another avenue to qualify.
So he could have potentially qualified for both, but he would have had to play in the one. Well, he could have made a choice at that point. Is that right? He could have played in one or the other, but he'd already put his hand up for WDF, and he's a guy that likes to honour commitments. I'm not sure, even if he made the World Championship, I don't think he would knock back. I don't think he would turn down the WDF, the Lakeside spot.
Yeah.
Because he'd already said yes.
He definitely made it very clear that was his intention, even if he made Yelly Pally too.
And he would also love to have World Championship as a thing up in the pool room. You know what I mean? Regardless of what World Championship it was, he would love to have that. I'm sure anyone would, wouldn't they?
Mm-hmm.
His mates Tony David and who else has got? Who else? What other Aussies got a? Just Tony David.
There's World Cup champions. No, Simon never won. He was runner-up.
Didn't he? Yeah, right. Okay.
There's World Cup champions and World Trophy champion in Peter Machin, but the only world champion in terms of World Championship is was Tony David.
John Kiley says if Blake can do the tour, he will give it a big crack. So different to what you're saying the other night. Didn't you say Blake was going to get flogged every game he played, JK? No, joking. I just like to wind them up in the comments, get them going. But look, Blake's been dominant at our Friday night comps. Adam, he's they've all come out to play. We had the big guns there, but Blake's won 20 weeks, not in a row, but he's won 20 weeks, and we've only been going for 6 months or so. Taking out the top five.
You're coming up on there's like eight months, I think.
Yeah, 6 or 8
end
months
of May,
or whatever.
Yeah. Anyway,
okay. Not that long, but he's won a lot of them. He's won most of them, well more than most of them. Yeah, 20 wins there, so he's been very dominant in that competition. But I got a message from Justin Miles the other day. Said I've won 3 out of 2, and the only one he lost is when Damon Hedder rocked up. So. Sorry, he's won 2 out of 3, and the only one he lost is when Damon Hedder rocked up.
Good going.
Exactly.
But look, I try and watch a bit of it. So to be fair, I mean, I've seen Blake play. And he's a good player.
I think we've lost your mic again, Adam.
We might have cooked another phone.
It was doing so good.
Oh, if only I had shut up and let him talk while it was working.
Go again, mate. Oh.
Might be time to wind it up anyway, mate.
I think so. Let's see if we can quickly get back in, and then it'll just be a quick goodbye and thank you and whatnot. But yeah, look, massive appreciation for everybody that's tuned in, asked questions and whatnot. And I think it's been really, really good to sit here and have a chat in the moments where everything's worked, of course.
Yeah.
And our apologies from our side that things have gone so clunky, and apologize to Adam as well when he comes back in. But either way, the bits we've got have been pretty good, I think.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Just been good to have him along, and we love that guy. The moments, the special moments that he's given us in those ADA weekends, and like we find these superstars. I mean, we're finding them on Friday nights as well. Declan, you've got Carroll Park running, Pine Rivers running on alternate Friday nights, and building numbers and getting some great players along there. And we've seen, look, young Tristan Bolger, what a superstar.
Absolutely. He's been a breakout from that, and loves the camera. But we're also really starting to see a lot of the players that will be going to the ADA tour this year are coming along on Fridays. Josh Kime, the winner at Carroll Park on the Friday just gone. Robbie King came along as well and played some really good darts, was unlucky not to get through, but he's won a Pine Rivers night. Jamie Rundle won a Pine Rivers night the last time we were there. He's coming over to ADA as well. And so these players are using the Friday night DSL comps to get stream time and to get match practice ahead of ADA, which is pretty special.
Well, I don't know about what happens in the rest of the country, but I know in WA, most of our darts play is teams play, and it's a different animal to playing singles. And so our Friday nights is all singles play. So you get more of a crack at refining your singles game and maybe playing your way in. And we've seen different players come to the fore. So Justin Woods made 3 semi-finals in a row. A guy that's not played darts for a lot of years.
I think we've got Adam back.
You hear me?
Oh,
Yeah, we can hear you. All right, look, Adam, thanks for coming back here, mate. I think we are getting to the point where we're going to let you go. We know you got heaps on. Thank you very much for giving up your time and for being so persistent. I'm sorry that things have let us down tech-wise, but always a pleasure to chat, mate, and thank you very much for coming on.
Nah, I appreciate it, boys. Thanks for letting me come on and tell you guys about the story and stuff. And absolute privilege. Sorry about all the technical difficulties. Probably my fault, but yeah, I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's
no worries, mate. We love you at DSL, and we love watching you play darts. We love what you bring to the game. We love what you brought to Australian darts, and Australia will be following your journey. We'll be following your journey on Dartstream Live. We'll be keeping everybody updated with what's going on with Adam and his game, as we do with Damo, Simon, all the big players out there. So it's going to be awesome, mate.
Absolutely.
Boys.
Yeah, and all the best when you head back over, as we said, Players' Championships, UK Open, Euro Tours, and yeah, if not before, we'll catch up with you again, hopefully in Wollongong, mate. All the best.
Definitely, boys. And maybe we can make it a more regular thing.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Why not? Absolutely. Yeah, hell yeah.
We'll get this all set up properly next time.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers, mate. Thanks again.
Boys.
Thanks, Adam.
Appreciate it.
Well, back to just you and me. But anything else we want to talk through before we?
Mate, it was good for me. I love the guy. He's he's a champion player, and it's going to be really good to watch. It's that's the thing with being a dart fan, which is that's where I come from, and just fanboy for darts. That's what it's all about for me. And to get someone that you can get into and enjoy their thing, you know. He's going to be one to watch. He's going to be cool as on the big stage. He's going to get a lot of fans, and he's very marketable. I'll say that, you know. He's
well, the shirt. We didn't even mention the shirt.
But, we didn't. The old Leek.
No, but it's good. It's the whole thing about him, right? He's talking about the sponsors that he's got teed up and in the works as well. He is a valuable one for sponsors to pick up because he brings eyeballs.
Absolutely, and he needs sponsorship. So if you're out there and you're thinking about it, like, get on this guy. Also, if you're just a dart fan and you just think, fuck, love that guy, hey, I'm going to try and help him out. Like you said, he came back from England with $200. He gave it everything he had to try and get that tour card and keep it going, keep the dream going. He did it. He did it for Australia. He did it for himself. Did it for all of us, and got that tour card. And he's going to be out there representing. So that GoFundMe link is at the top of the comments there on both our YouTube and Facebook. If you want to hit that up and just drop in a couple of bucks, doesn't matter if it's $2, $5, $3, whatever it is. Just buy the guy a beer, help him on his way. It'll all go a long way. Like it's not like he can come back and get a full-time job between now and when he has to leave. He's got, you know, like, how do you do it? He has to, you know, he has to grind it out, try and make a few bucks. He's doing some exhibitions, and awesome for South Australia for getting behind him and putting on those exhibitions, helping him out with a few dollars there. But you guys out there that are watching, you can do it yourself and just hit that GoFundMe. Just drop him a beer or two, mate. There's 100 of you out there watching, and everybody just buys him a beer, he'll be a long way towards getting there. So, absolutely
awesome. Well, look, thanks everybody for tuning in. It has been an absolute pleasure. He's been Ben. I've been Declan, and well, what is it now? 20 days until we hit up the Silver Sands Tavern in Mandurah for the launch of the Australian Darts Association Tour for 2026. Pretty exciting, going to be pretty special. And, well, as we wrap up, let's take another squiz at what it's all about and what's on offer. Thanks, everybody.
The Australian Darts Association officially launches the 2026 National Tour. The tour kicks off in Western Australia at Mandurah's home of darts, the Silver Sands Tavern. Then the tour hits the road. March in Canberra at the Labour Club. May in Queensland at Pine Rivers Darts Club. June in Victoria at the Melbourne Darts Club. August, New South Wales at Penrith Gales. And it all comes to a head in September in South Australia at the Northern Districts Darts Association. This is a true national tour. Raymond Smith, Tim Pusey, Joe Comito, James Bailey,
Let's go. I was born to kill it. I was meant to win. I am down and willing, so I will find a way.
Gordon Mathers, Robbie Kim, Brando Weenie, Bailey Marsh, Dave Marley, Blake Hatchett, and Mel Cummings. Elite talent, national stages, relentless competition. Silver Sands Tavern hosts the first 4 events of the tour with a massive $23,000 prize money across the weekend. Prize money for each event on the weekend is $1,600 for the winner, $800 for runner-up. Semi-finalists get $400 each. Last 8 get $200 each. Last 16, $100, and last 32, $50 each. And the incentives are next level. Finish #1 on the tour rankings and earn the golden ticket to the biggest darts competition on the planet, the PDC World Championships. Up to 7 places in the Australian Masters, plus a spot in the New Zealand Masters. Up to 6 places in the ANZ Premier League. And for the top 8 ranked players at the season's end, paid Q School Invitational valued at $1,000 each. Those same top 8 players will also be invited to compete in the preliminary rounds of the Winmore World Masters. And if that wasn't enough, the ADA are offering up 3 places to the PDC World Youth Championships. All the action will be streamed live on PDC TV, YouTube and Facebook by Australia's #1 streaming team, Dartstream Live. Special thanks to our valued sponsors. Bailey's Carpentry Services. Mining Electrical Solutions. Winmore, the force behind darts. Darts Connect. The Professional Darts Corporation. And Darts World Australia. One tour, one ranking system, real pathways to the world stage. The Australian Darts Association 2026 National Tour. This